So growing up in Australia, oh no, I forgot to turn my lights on. Back there. Oh well. So growing up in Australia, there was a TV show that was on just before school. I think maybe around 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. or 7 to 8:30. Though if you got up early and turned the TV on while your parents were sleeping and kind of sneaked out to watch like the early morning cartoons, you were treated to aerobics. I remember there's so many Australians and there's like pages on like Facebook and such that say like when you got up early for school, and it'll be like a picture of the aerobics, and it's just I remember the aerobics. Many a morning I remember getting up and watching aerobics just so I could watch cartoons first thing in the morning, because right after aerobics was Cheese TV. To the dawn, to another reality. Any place, anywhere you want to be. Cheese TV. It was a very 90s show hosted by Ryan and Jade, two young dudes who are 90s as heck and showed us a world of great cartoons like the Ninja Turtles, Street Sharks, the Godzilla TV series, Action Man, and so on, but most importantly, anime. If my memory is true, which I have a really bad memory, like I'm learning just how bad it is. Like I barely remember two of the houses I lived in not that long ago. Like, I just don't remember the layout or what the streets they were on. It's really, really bad. Anyway, if my memory is true, the show consisted of 3 different shows with segments of Ryan and Jade in between. Most of the time I would wake up just in time for the first show, which would be like Pokemon or Digimon, but that middle show was always Dragon Ball Z. It was always Dragon Ball Z in that middle slot, so everyone could watch it as long as you didn't live too far away from the school. I lived close enough that I could generally see maybe the end of the third show. Back then, we didn't really see it as anime. It all just lumped together as cartoons. Especially because like a lot of the advertising and like you'd find the toys for them, and it was all just like lumped in together as a cartoon. Mind you, today it still gets called cartoons by very stupid adults out there who don't understand the difference between anime and cartoons. But yeah, just like Pokemon, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Were all just cartoons. Dragon Ball Z was too, but we all knew there was something different about it. Something grittier and more exciting than cartoons could ever be. This was an anime. I remember watching it from the very start with Dragon Ball Z and being introduced in this world of Goku and his child going to the home of a pervert and a little bald man. And then this long-headed guy with the gayest outfit I have ever seen at that point, and still to this point, shows up and takes a child and flies away. Like, I couldn't keep my eyes off the screen. This was so intriguing, and plus, again, never seen someone so gay looking in my life, so I loved it, and I was intrigued, and I wanted more. It was so rare for me to see long hair on a male character at that time, and I loved it. I was instantly hooked. My favorite character in the show is Gohan, and still is my favorite to this day. Even got him on my t-shirt here. It's the only Dragon Ball shirt I have, because I had to have it. It's Gohan. And in particular, I loved it when he did have his long hair, when he was like a bit more younger and had like very long hair. I did love that look for him. But I just really loved his growth and character arc and just the way he was. I mean, I was a kid myself at the time, so, you know, I kind of resonated with him. You know, he was scared, full of anxiety, and yeah, I totally understand that. Not to mention Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. That is my favorite moment in anime. The entire run of Gohan as Super Saiyan 2 was just amazing. Watching this kid who's been knocked around and felt useless all his life suddenly turn into a badass was amazing to watch. I am one of those who goes, yeah, the end of the Cell Saga is the end of Dragon Ball Z. That's the end of the canon storyline. That's where it canonly ends for me. Everything else is just, here you go, here's something to watch, basically. But the end of the storyline for me is the Cell Saga, where Gohan is now the ultimate hero, and he's the strongest character in the show and all that. That's how it ends for me, and I do wish that's how the direction went, because that's how it seems like it was going to kind of be. I don't know if that was what was planned. It's kind of all over the place if that was planned or not. But yeah, that whole thing with Gohan was just amazing. And Gohan walking with a broken arm with a Kamehameha is one of the most badass moments ever in anime. It is incredible. I love it. I might have to put a Caesar warning if I'm going to show scenes of it. So, Caesar warning for that scene. But of course, how could you not love the original goofball that is Goku? Toriyama created a perfect character that is just an absolute idiot, but also believable in how strong he is. And then a moment happened that changed anime forever. Goku turning Super Saiyan. I remember talking about it to my friends in school, and it is just the greatest moment in anime history. And I mostly remember it for the time that everyone at school started dyeing their hair blonde. They won't admit it, but a lot of them started getting blonde streaks in their hair at that time. It was a big reason that kids wanted to change up their hair was because of Goku. Dragon Ball Z had that kind of impact on people. Everyone generally watched it. Of course as well, whenever me and my brother would play fight, or actually fight, we would always do a Kamehameha. And just kind of just stand there and go, man, and just like, no, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, stop. Even though, all we did is, didn't actually hurt each other, whatever, but it was just like, I know what you're doing, stop. But I also know we weren't the only ones who did that. That move alone is one of the most influential, most well-known techniques out there. That is used in many other animes as like a reference. One of my favourites was from a show I watched recently, which I have little figures of up here. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. Mostly because I really love the character who does it, because he's just this dragon dude who has all this power, is so super strong and such. And then he ends up basically just spending a lot of his time reading manga and just ends up pulling off manga moves, basically. It's so funny. Now, I have been talking about Dragon Ball Z in particular, and that's what I grew up on, and I never knew for a long time that Dragon Ball even existed. I was only able to see bits of it here and there on Cartoon Network, which my nana and pop owned. They owned Cartoon Network and would kind of record things on VHS tape back in the day and give us a bunch of cartoons. And now and then it'll just be Dragon Ball on it, and it'll be like, what is this? What is this whip-off? Though once I actually got to watch it, yeah, it was pretty good. It's a pretty solid show. It's a bit outdated-y now, but it was still pretty fun. Nothing really much to say about it, really. Just thought I'll at least mention why I'm not talking about it. In short, Dragon Ball Z is the reason why I love anime. It's the reason I still watch anime to this day. And what got me interested in watching more and more stuffs. I never would have watched Gurren Lagann, for example, if I didn't watch Dragon Ball Z. Why? Because I saw a trailer of it and saw Kamina is the voice actor for adult Gohan. Literally, that was it. That was a big reason for me wanting to watch Gurren Lagann. It's a silly reason, I know, but I was still kind of young and hadn't watched that many anime, so hearing a voice I knew from a character I liked was pretty rare at the time. And so I was just like, holy crap, it's the same voice actor. Now I'm actually interested in this show. I was interested in Gurren Lagann just because of that reason. Now, every single thing I watch or play, I say, God damn it, Sasuke, stop being in all my games. Yui Lowenthal, or however you say your name, why you're in every single game I play? Seriously, that happens so often. It's always just goddamn Sasuke everywhere in all my games. I love it. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. You know, good on you for getting jobs. Which, yeah, that's actually an example as well. Naruto I probably would not have watched if it wasn't for Dragon Ball Z giving me interest in anime. Which also comes to the games as well, playing anime games. I really loved Dragon Ball Z Budokai, or Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi back in the day. And so that made me want to play more anime type games. I probably would not have gone to anime conventions because I would not have been interested in anime. Which then I might not have even became a furry because I would not have gone to these conventions, would not have gone up and meet people because I just would have not been as interested. If it wasn't for Dragon Ball Z. Like, I really don't know. Like, maybe that's pushing it a little bit, I will absolutely agree. But I would have been less interested in going to these anime conventions where the furries also meet up. So, in a weird way, Dragon Ball Z really did shape my life into what it is today. It also introduced me to Tale of Vor, and you know me, I can't escape Vor, and totally got me into it more, and got me more intrigued into it. So all I can say there is, damn you, Akira Toriyama. But also, thank you. Alright, yeah, so yeah, that's my story for Dragon Ball Z. I just wanted to at least do a little something here for Akira Toriyama and all that, because obviously, yeah, Dragon Ball Z is still generally one of my favorite anime of all time. It will always be one of my favorite anime of all time because it just is. I loved it, grew up watching it, and it's still good to this day. But yeah, so give this video a like, put down some comments down below and all that if you wish, and what your story for Akira Toriyama is. You know, how did it influence you at all? Let me know down in the comments below. Give this video a like and subscribe to my channel because I'll love you if you do. Hit that bell icon, and VitoFox says, be who you want to be. And rest in peace, Akira Toriyama. Alright guys, bye for now.